Welcome to the R&R podcast, where we bring you Rabbids and Ratchets. This is Trey. I'm here with my co-host, Chavez Leghair, Roland Otaku Johnson.
Otaku side.
Thanks, Tay TP Patterson.
Tay TP Patterson, nigga. We remember that shit. You know what? He got a good marketing plan.
And yours truly, Trey TP Patterson.
Tay, y'all. Oh, hey, Tay.
But nah, today we're actually going to start off with our list of our personal top underrated games.
Ooh.
So,
I like that.
we thought we'd start off with something a little different this time. So, without further ado, let's start episode 3. I want to start this off with Roland's
Ouch.
underrated game. We could do one and do like a round robin or something like that.
That's
To kinda,
cool.
yeah.
I fucks with that.
Okay.
All right.
So, ooh, my God.
Just state your claim,
Uh,
have a little description, and
Okay.
keep the ball rolling.
All right. So, one of the games I played that I think was underrated, I don't see much about it. And my terminology of underrated is I just don't come across people that play it as much. You know, compared to like Persona. If you say Persona, everyone's like, oh, I play Persona. But, or, Madden. Oh, I played Madden. Like, stuff like that. But
Madden's underrated.
Madden's underrated. Madden's on the come up.
It's not enough nerds playing this shit. Come on, baby.
I'm going to go with, for my first pick, I'm going to go with Corpse Party.
Ooh, okay.
Corpse Party, first time I played it was on the PS Vita. I was just scrolling through some games. I was like, yo, what's this thing?
Porn.
Huh? Incognito tab, my nigga, I keep telling you. So I was just scrolling through over this, and I see this thing called Corpse Party. So I'm like, oh, word, bet. Let me check this out real quick. Read the little synopsis. Is basically somebody's about to leave school, whatever it is, and transfer out. They decide to have one more get-together, do that creepy old shit where they start summoning with cults and omens and stuff, what you shouldn't do.
Was there a nigga with a camera? Because like in situations like that,
there wasn't a nigga with a camera. It was a teacher. It was like maybe 7 to 8 students, or it is. One of them was leaving and whatnot. One of them brought their little sister or some shit. So, it seemed like just the normal, not say normal, but the setting was somewhat try to be normal. But I don't know any kid is gonna sit there and want to be in school after like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Like that's just some weird shit.
Welcome to Japan.
Welcome to Japan, where we sell pennies and vending machines.
12 years old.
Oh, yeah. So
that's exactly what it is then.
So what happened was they pulled like this all right, so think of like a gingerbread, right? Think of a gingerbread man shape, but it was paper. And so they all grabbed a piece of paper and they ripped it. But when they did it, they sent themselves to a different realm. Yeah, different realm.
Y'all be mad as shit. I'm breaking bread with you, and then and I just happen to end up somewhere else. Like
so what happened was they all do that. They get sent to this alternate universe or alternate world, whatever it is, where basically they're in a school that's like haunted, where multiple students were being murdered and ghosts and shit with that appear. And I mean,
that's just based off of anime, right?
They made an anime format of it. They did an animated adaptation of it. But that was after. This game came out way before the anime did.
Oh, okay.
Well, I said way before, like it's like 5-6 years, but it came out before.
Right.
So what happened was, I ain't gonna spoil no stuff on it, of course, but, it's not scary on the aspect of what you say jump scares, but the atmosphere they put you in.
So the storytelling,
the think of like Silent Hill. It was like a Silent Hill type of game. Not exactly like when it came to the game mechanics, but the atmospheric side of Silent Hill.
So more of a text-based adventure title where you walked around. You could still walk around and explore, but based on your decisions and actions, made your outcome.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. Did you look this up? Did you Google it? Did you Google this?
Nah, man.
But yeah, that's basically what it is. On atmospheric, it's like Silent Hill. On the gameplay wise, it's basically just moving around like overhead 2D, scroll 2D movement. Yeah, if you weak at heart, not saying by jump scares, but if you get heart by like gruesome stuff, I mean like literally one of the scenes was it'll go complete black, and you will see that the little daughter, the little sister of it, she was they was fucking with her organs.
Spoiler alert.
That's if you get the wrong part.
So are there multiple endings?
There are multiple endings. There are.
Okay.
There are. What you got to do is not fuck up. Think of it like a flow chart. Not a lot of people know what that is, but it's like if it says if this yes or if this no. It's one of those things.
If and statements.
Yeah. So it's one of those type of games where you gotta be careful with what choices you make. Kind of think of like a Till Dawn. You make
Like
a wrong choice, that shit
system. Yeah.
all fucks with it. So that's gonna be mine. I would say I give it a nice solid like 8 out of 10. But I also dig my boy Jinji Udo. So
my question I'm gonna ask everyone this is why do you think it's underrated?
It's a Japanese horror game with little kids being murdered.
that is a great answer. That is a great answer.
Good for me.
So why
like this Family Feud? Good answer. Good answer.
Harvey, show me potato salad.
Show me potato salad.
All right. I like that. That's a good strong start. All right, we're gonna hot potato with the Chavez.
Hot potato, man. All right, well, as you guys all know, I play a fuck ton of games, even if they don't get finished. I have that tendency, but I've been going back. I've been finishing some shit lately. I'm feeling pretty good. One of the games that I fuck with mad heavy, you can't tell me. I bought this motherfucking game 3 times. Is Earth Defense Force. Earth Defense Force, or also known as EDF, was it 2025 or something like that? Or?
I think it's 2025.
Yeah.
So I think it's like 2025,
right?
Yeah.
It was a 360 game, PS3 game, and it is on the PS4.
And
they have EDF 5 coming out, Earth Defense Force 5. It's basically it is an arcade style shooter. But it's fucking fire. I played this game with everybody in this room. Everybody.
I only played it once. I bought it recently. They're not gonna play video games with it once. Trust him.
Well, he played it twice. That's what he.
But that was 2 times too many without my friend shopping.
But I've played this game with everybody except for Roland. A fuck ton of times, I guess. But nah, man. Like I really like that game. It's basically an arcade style shooter. You kind of run around and you and 3 other people. You get to pick your own classes and stuff like that, and you have to go against like a horde of ants or like robots or whatever. Basically, the world is coming to an end. It has shitty, and I mean the worst type of voice acting. The story is trash. It makes no sense. Like they're like, oh my god, you're telling me that these ants showed back up from under the ground? My god, like that is exactly how it is. But the point what I'm trying to make here is that the gameplay is what makes up for all of that. It takes it back to a simpler time in gaming. Like, EDF is basically a PS1 game. It's a PS1 game on the style of, like, just introducing you with gameplay. Like, it's not something that you would look at and go, I think I'm going to grab this. Like, you would look at it and go, what the fuck is this shit? And then when you pick it up, I mean, that's how everybody had bought their PS1 games back in the day, or any first generation console for themselves, first generation for yourself. You get there and you're like, oh man, this cover art looks crazy. I think I'll try it. Like, and it's one of those games. You try it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's actually hard as fuck.
Yes, I can say I did play it. Like,
I'll never forget where I had a LAN party and Trey came over and he got mobbed by a bunch of ants, and we all kind of laughed, but we felt some type of way because we had to go heal him.
They ain't shit.
He died. He died after that. It threw him across the stage.
I just see him like, Trey!
No!
My bread!
My bread! But yeah, and the reason I would think that the game is technically overrated, Trey, is underrated.
Your game's overrated.
Because it's overrated.
Yeah.
You see it everywhere.
Everyone's talking EDF. Y'all nigga think of EDM.
EDF. The reason I think it's underrated is because, well, it's a Japanese game that got ported over here, and I mean, be honest with you, like, not a lot of people get that type of games like that type of time. Like, if it's not a AAA title with a bunch of fucking crazy graphics, everybody's trying to avoid it. You know what I mean? Because we're selfish. But
we some people like games with stories, and unfortunately, this game isn't the story part; it's just the gameplay part. You know, it kind of brings, like, you know, when you was younger in movie theaters, and you would go to like those games like the House of the Dead, and what was the other one? Time Crisis and shit like that. It's kind of like that.
Fuck Time Crisis.
Oh wow,
House of the Dead, all day.
Oh my god,
Virtual Cop.
All right.
All right. So, in my final thing, what would you rate it?
I would give EDF
honest An honest rating.
Honest rating.
Honest, outside of your bias.
It's poor sound. really bad voice acting. But you know what? The voice acting, you could tell it was done poorly on purpose. It's supposed to sound like an 80s movie or a 90s movie with a lot of action. So
we asked for that validating shit, bro. We asked for the rating.
Gameplay.
He going through. He think he IGN right now.
Well, I do this on a daily basis. I'm a gamer. I'm a game reviewer.
All right. I would give it a I would give it 7.5. 7.5.
Right.
I mean, it's a nice like in the middle type of score, just because it's not a bad game in any shape or form. I mean, it has bad qualities, but it's like an ugly dog. It's like
a pug.
Yes, it's so ugly. It's great.
I don't know about that. I don't really like pugs. I think they're fucking ugly. I mean, guys, creatures. That's dope. But nah, pugs are ugly, bro.
Pugs are so ugly that they're cute, man. I gotta respect them.
All right.
So
well,
it's a pug.
I'm gonna steal your thunder, and I'm gonna go into my next game.
Trash.
And
nigga, you should speak louder when you want to insult people. Trash.
It's not trash. I'm gonna start off with Castlevania: Harmony of Despair.
What are you? What are you? Man.
What is a man?
What is a man?
It's like, what is a man? Just a miserable pile of secrets.
Oh shit, that motherfucking
This nigga's woke.
This dialogue is fire.
Dracula's woke, my nigga.
If nobody knows, that's dialogue from the game.
Harmony of Despair was amazing because it was a Castlevania entry that was a side scroller that you can actually play with your friends, and it was up to 6 players, and you would go through a giant labyrinth until you guys got to the boss and defeated the boss. Now, some players, it was a level-based game, so some players that were like, if you get into a party with higher level players, they would just speed run, go to the boss, and then the level was done. But it was a loot-based system, so anything that you got, drops, stuff like that. Special weapons, special attacks, stuff like that. You got to keep.
That was rare back then.
It was very rare.
What was it, 90? What 97?
Oh no. This was on Xbox Live Arcade.
Oh. God,
this was yeah. So this was, they basically took all the popular franchises of Castlevania and they stuck them together, and then they made a multiplayer game out of it. So me and Roland, we used to play that all the time in college.
Used to.
It was really fun.
You see how I want you guys to understand something, okay? You see how Roland used to play that with him? I didn't get to have any of that type of fun. I want everybody to know that.
We didn't fuck with Chavez back then.
Yeah, I think during that time we were like, this Chavez, this is the real world.
But it was a really fun game. You got the speed run, you get to go around the labyrinth, solve the puzzles, and then fight the boss. The only thing that, my only critique of the game is that if you play with, like 6 people, and you had like the tryhards that would just go straight and kill the boss, they would kill your fun. But other than that, it was really fun. You got to play with your friends. The levels were huge, so it was so much to do, but there were only 6 levels. So that was, you got through it pretty fast. You got to Dracula, you beat Dracula pretty fast. But they had team attacks, that was really fun. And then they had a lot of different characters. So overall, my rating for that game, I wish they would really remake it, but I would give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Swag.
I think it's underrated because it was on the Xbox Live Arcade, and the game, it came out with a few DLC packs of characters and levels and stuff, but after that it pretty much died and it lost support from Microsoft, and that was basically it. All right, Roland, what's your next game?
So, this one's accompanied with a fun story afterwards, too.
I'm laughing because I know which one Roland's
Yeah, goddamn right. So, back when I was just a young, handsome devil,
he was ugly.
You was also true. I didn't have no facial hair then. But your boy Slay now.
Yo, him without facial hair, I always say you like a pedophile without facial hair.
I looked like I was in prison. I had the braids and shit. It was just nasty. It was just nasty, man. He used to have full head of hair, don't got nothing else. It's like, no, but no. So the game I'm throwing in as my sub was Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom?
That is crazy because I was sitting there thinking about that game. I was like, when I said about co-op games, And
This is
I
about to
thought-
get personal.
Yo, and I
This
thought about
thing's
what
about to
he
get
did to you.
personal.
That's why you should have played with me, Roll.
So this game,
We're
right?
going to do a personal underrated list, attacking people.
Exactly. So this game,
I got a lot of
essentially,
games,
essentially, this game was just just a standard bare bone RPG. You just go around, go around with your vampire or your warrior or something like that. And
I got you, Roland.
And you you go around, you start attacking people. You level up, got a nice level up system. You
Had
start
a nice loot system.
It had a very good loot system, very good. Trey can also vouch that it was a very under the radar game, not even under radar on top of it, but under the radar. No one really knew about it. I think I knew about it because you introduced me to it. If I was right,
I think we both went to GameStop and we both picked out like a cheap game to play together.
yeah, because it was like fucking $7 or something,
Yeah, it was
like
like
seven,
$8
eight, something
or
like something that we ain't gonna win no wars, but it's gonna kill some time.
Yep.
So y'all really don't care about that too much. Final verdict for that, I'll give it a nice little 5.5, 6 out of 10.
Hold on. Before, let's bring some backstory. So
Here we go.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So how old were we and what grade were we in when we were doing this?
Whew, I would say we were 16.
Mhm.
It was sometime in junior year.
Yep.
So at least we make sure all right.
I'm just making sure. I gotta put a timestamp.
You gotta put a
on
timestamp because So let me tell you, me and Trey are fighting this particular boss, right? Me and him teaming up. We're going back to back. We fighting this dude. I mean, I'm talking about we using health packs. They got us outnumbered. We're like, yo, man, we gotta be 100% focused. He tells me, hey, yo, bro, I gotta take this phone call real quick. I'm gonna jump off the mic, but I'm gonna still be here. So me being a team player was like, man, listen, I really don't think that might be the move right now. We're barely holding on to this nigga right now. But you know what? Cool, take the phone call. As long as you understand, we good.
Note, I am a terrible multitasker.
So while he was out doing, or in this case, on the phone being a 16-year-old high schooler, I was over here getting jumped by this boss. This nigga didn't move. He stopped moving the entire time. I'm like, Trey, help me. Trey, where you at? And he's sitting there like, hey, what's up, girl? What's going on? What's happening? I'm Trigger Trey. You want me to come to your softball game? I got you. I'm sitting here yelling at him like, I know he can hear me. And I can see how, in my mind, how he went. He looked down. She probably asked, who's that? They ain't nobody. Turned his headset off so she can't hear me no more. I am screaming for help. This nigga comes back 15 minutes
real quick. The boss had this move where it was electrical, like
electric magma.
Ground.
It was like electric magma.
That circled around the boss, so you had to like jump over it or block or hide behind something.
Yep.
And I was standing there just getting hit with all these electrical currents. And it was crazy.
So this nigga wanted to be a hoe. I died. He died, but he ain't come back until like 15 minutes after the fight was over. And was like, hey bro, what happened? What the fuck
why am I sounding like Little Yachty?
Hey bro, I can't live. I can't call girls.
So needless to say, I got off that night. I was upset. And I usually don't try to get involved with, my man's life and stuff like that when it comes to that. But I'm like, nigga, she could wait. I'm like, if we were in a match where we just sitting there, like, like the hub zones or some shit, you could wait. Okay, let me do this. All right, cool. Let's take a 15, take a 20. This nigga did it mid-battle when his nigga's health was like, what, 50%? Like, nigga, we about to kill this bull. He's sitting there like, I'm tall and I'm light skinned.
I never said that.
So, you might as well just hit them bitches now.
I like to wear hoods.
Cite your source.
And then this nigga gonna sit there and be like, but bro, man, you gotta understand, man. I don't understand shit. I don't got bitches, nigga. So it don't mean nothing to me. I'm upset. Not only you over here getting bitches, but on top of it, you over here costing me video game stuff. We ain't play that game after that.
We did. I think that
was the kickstart to you doing this shit to me multiple times in other games. There are other stories with that, but we just gonna leave it on that.
All right. So why do you say the game's underrated?
Well, actually, when you come to the gameplay of it, it was just an overall fun game. It's a good experience. Playing with your friends, working together, leveling up. Just think of it like any other game you think about where it's like multiplayer game where you play with your friends, you level up. Like Borderlands, your Divisions and stuff like that. Obviously, it wasn't the same type of like plot, but it's like you got your medieval times with RPG elements, and you're playing with your bud. So it's just naturally you're gonna have a fun time, and it wasn't like you needed a big bunch of people. I think it was like 2 people. I think it was like two. Was it 2 to 4? Or was it just 2? I don't really know.
I don't remember.
But I played with just strictly you, so I'm assuming it was just a 2-player cooperative game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Not that night though. That night led me off, and I was just upset, man. I was mad at him. He came to school the next day. Hey man, you okay? Don't talk to me. Talk to me, man. We'll talk to that girl. I was bitter.
So the crazy thing is that there's a Kingdom Under Fire 2 that's coming out for PS4 and Xbox. So I might be able to get some redemption, folks.
Fuck no, you're not.
I would
tell you right now.
would buy that game and play it, but I might well just do single player.
Agree.
I'm not getting caught leading again.
I'm gonna tell you right
Just
now.
wait until we get back to my pick. I got a game.
No. Trey always lies to you. Like I have bought so many games.
I don't lie.
And he tells me we're gonna play them. I have so many. I have too many. And then I underrated because I couldn't enjoy him.
All right, Roland. What do you rate the game?
I told you. I gave it a 5.5, 6 out of 10. 5.5, 6 out of 10.
Would it have been better if we would have beat that
If it was a better experience, I would give it a 5.7 to 6.2. Like, let me stop. No, but it was like one of those games where it's like I didn't understand the plot. I was young, man. I just wanted to play for the gameplay, bro. It was dope. Obviously, you played it. It was fun. Everyone here played it. It was just a fun game, cooperative. RPG elements, because that's our shit. So you're just gonna have a fun time, and obviously you have fun stories like I would, like I did if you play with your buds and stuff like that.
All right. What's your Chavez?
My turn. All right. Don't be mad at me, hoes. My niggas actually put me onto this. I looked at it while I was in the store, but my niggas put me onto it, and they had bought it for me for my birthday. Catherine. Catherine is the game Catherine. That shit is crazy. And what's funny is that they had bought it for me and said, Chavez, this is gonna happen to you if you don't stop being a hoe. So that was my birthday gift.
He wasn't even playing it. Terrence came over and started playing.
No, I played it. No, Terrence tried to steal it. There's a difference. There's a difference. So like, all right. So I had basically the game. The game is dope. It's basically the same people who make Persona and all that type of stuff.
Atlas.
They decided they were going to make this game called Catherine, which is like it's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game / life sim a little bit. Like, excuse me. You play as this guy, and he has a girlfriend already, and basically he's living the typical 20-something-year-old life. Where he has his girl, he kind of got all the fun shit out the way. Now he's kind of like living with his girl and life is happening. And he runs into some bad bitch in his dream. And niggas is turning up. Niggas are dying in the real world because they having dreams and shit. And he like, oh,
you
shit.
die in the game, you die for real.
Yeah, they dying in the real world because like, I guess they're having
some SAO
shit and all type of shit. So now he's like, well, what the fuck? I just had this dream about this chick, and so he wakes up from like his dream, and he's having these nightmares, and the bitch he's seen that was bad as shit, she was there. He was like, oh, he kind of like Trey with the lazy eye and shit. Like whenever he look up,
oh my god.
First of all,
this is R&R where we take shots at Trey
for no reason. It's a stigmatism.
And I don't got a lazy eye over this.
It's because he hosted. That's the reason we fucking with.
Yeah,
we gonna cut that part out. Yo, it's funny because the main character in Catherine got a lazy eye.
He really does.
It's real
he
bad.
Really does. But yeah, like, so basically, you basically are trying to solve this case and try to, like, keep your relationship going on. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, but it's also, like, a puzzle. It's a puzzle game, and it's really dope. Like, you actually have to use your brain in this game. So
yeah, you can't just, button mash your way to victory. Like, you actually got to be able to know how to pull blocks out, how to move blocks around, how to jump, sometimes you got to backtrack where it is while niggas on your ass.
Yo, and that's a real thing. So if you guys get a chance, like, it's hard to explain that game. That's probably as in depth I can go.
But I know, I'm bad to cut you off on that, but I know what he's talking about. So all this is from his perspective. So I'm gonna put it from the perspective of the bull. Was it Vincent?
Vincent.
The perspective of Vincent. Essentially, from what I remember was that his current girl wanted to get married and she was very controlling.
Yep.
I think that was the main thing. Like she was trying to control this nigga. Like, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. And you know, it's one of those things where it's like he wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't really ready for that lifestyle, which then led to him having leading into those dreams and then him meeting that different girl.
Yep.
We not spoiling shit because I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but needless to say, it from his perspective, she was controlling. And he wanted to kind of break free, and that other girl was kind of his happiness in another way. And then how the game goes is you can kind of choose which girl you want to be with. Do you want to be with the girl who makes you happy, or do you want to be with the girl that, even though you might have had happy times with, but she's controlsive and, you know, because no relationship is perfect. But needless to say, it depends on who you are as a person. Do you sit there and stay with the one that you know you've been with through thick and thin, through it all, or do you just throw it all away? And be like, you know what? This new person, this new thing I like that more. Essentially.
Yep. Couldn't say it better.
So
what do you rate it, and why do you think it's underrated?
If you guys want to actually like see what the game looks like gameplay wise, just go on YouTube, look up Catherine. They're also coming out with a HD remake of it.
Yep.
Gonna buy that.
But yeah, I rate that game a 9 out of 10, man. It's a great story. Gameplay's fun. You'd be surprised how fast you get sucked in. I actually still own the game. I never traded it in. Like, I kept it for my old system just because it's like one of those things, like, when the system gets old and dusty, you want to know that you still got a couple, like, solid, like, titles that you can get back to relatively quickly. And it's just an underrated game because, like, not a lot of people knew about it, in my opinion. I mean, it's another Japanese import into America, but the game was so fucking hard that Japan asked the creators to reduce the difficulty. Crazy. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Alright. So, I had a long list of different games, and I was probably only going to get through 3 of them, but I'm going to say fuck it. And I'm going to run down different ones, and then I'm going to have my sub so I can attack Roland.
Oh boy, my fun.
So
I want to attack him. He don't want to list games. This nigga.
No, I'm attacking him.
We talk about games.
I'm attacking him, and Chavez is going to know. And Chavez is going to know when I bring it up. All right.
Exciting.
So, The World Ends With You. I love that game.
You got a tattoo
Underrated
of it.
classic. Yes, I do. Underrated classic. Amazing game. I can't wait for the remake on the Switch. Custom Robo. Amazing game. It was on the GameCube. You know, Nintendo just kind of sort of let that series die a little bit.
Which is retarded.
Crazy.
It's a bad word.
I'm going to say Sonic Sega Racing All-Stars. That was amazing. You know, it was a good little racer. It was like their answer to Mario Kart way years later, so they lost that battle, but it was still a really good game. Spectral Force 3. That was a hidden gem that Chavez and we played that game on.
Still pissed about that. I wanted that one.
God Wars. God Wars is a game that you can currently play. You know, it's a tactical-based RPG. Amazing game.
If you like Disgaea, play that shit.
Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3.
Crazy.
That is a gem. You know, they need to work on part 4.
That's fire, bro.
That was one of my favorite, like, entries of the Dynasty Warriors series ever. Now I'm gonna... Oh, Golden Sun. Golden Sun's an amazing thing that Nintendo kind of sort of just let fall through the wayside. But now I'm gonna get rolling, and I'm gonna mention this game, and it's also underrated. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan.
Oh wait. Hold on. Let's make sure we understand.
Do not defend yourself.
Hey, you can't defend yourself on this one.
2 against 1, motherfucker.
Y'all niggas just sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, wait, it's not even Mutants in Manhattan. That's the wrong one. Anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. No, it's not Turtles in Time. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Nigga trying to grill me the fuck up, but can't
even say the wrong joke. No, it's Mutant Nightmare. It's Mutant Nightmare.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
go ahead. I didn't know it was roast and roll.
Straight old ass.
Anyway, Mutant Nightmare.
Mutant Nightmare. Shit, I'm telling you right now, it's a good game.
Anyway, this is an underrated game. So everyone remembers the TNMT 2003 series. So they came out with the first game, the second game, and then this is the third game, the third and final. It's a game where you play with your friends. It's the different... Everyone looking at me like crazy.
I'm talking about.
You play with the different turtles and everything. You go through basically the events in the series. So one day I'm like, all right, you know what? Everyone, let's go play this game. You know, I picked my favorite turtle, which is Raphael. You know, the dude with the size. Chavez comes over. I forget who he picks. I think he was Michelangelo. This nigga roll
Yes.
chooses Donatello,
The realest of
which
them all.
is it was. There's not. First of all, he gets a handicap because he got a long ass.
Y'all niggas could have chose.
Staff.
Don't try to pinpoint it like y'all could have chose.
No,
Y'all didn't choose right.
that's
Y'all
not the
chose
thing.
poorly.
So this game,
I can correct both of these motherfuckers if anybody say anything wrong. Go ahead and tell your story, nigga. I'm here.
Travis
Where's
will help you on
anybody
this.
mean
Listen.
me?
This is a game where it's like a collectibles. You collect different things throughout the levels, and you can upgrade your turtle. This is a cooperative based game, but we put a little spin on it and we said whatever collectible you come across, you can keep. Right?
Well, yeah, it's not one of those games where everybody gets the same power up. It's whoever gets it first.
Actually, hold on. Let me correct both of you.
Okay.
Which Roland was right. Trey, you were wrong. What we agreed on was everybody for each. I think each stage had 2 or 3 scrolls.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
whoever ran into it first, you got it. Then the second one, out of everybody who didn't get one, they have to whoever gets that, and then it continues that way. Continue.
All right. So we will play through a level regularly, and you're fighting enemies and stuff like that. Roland would purposely run off camera. This is a game where everybody controls the camera at the same time, and when someone goes off camera or they go in the opposite direction of everybody else, it slows down the process.
Yeah, it stops you. It stops you at their
So Chavez and I, we're getting our ass whooped by enemies, and Roland's looking around the levels looking for scrolls. I cannot explain my frustration when you fighting a boss.
Yo.
And this nigga's over in a corner hitting boxes.
The worst part about all this shit is the simple fact of, because of his greediness. All right, I want you. Let me explain this to you. Because of his greediness.
Oh no, I wasn't greedy.
Oh, listen, nigga.
I was.
When we made it to the 3rd stage and you had 6 scrolls.
But we beat those bosses though, right?
Oh no, we got stuck because we didn't have scrolls. We got stuck on.
But when I eat, we all eat.
No,
his
nigga.
attack power was through the roof. His
Yo.
health was through the roof. His
Yo.
defense was through
By
the
the
roof.
time we made it,
Yeah, I
there
was
was a
good.
part. There was a part that we had to work together, like as a team, like legit as a team. It was a part where it was a rail shooter, and we had to dodge shit all together. But we didn't have scrolls that had power ups to kill shit. Only person that could kill shit was Roland, and he still died because you needed
if
all.
we
3
got
of us.
hit
No, we
once,
didn't.
an enemy
We
could
didn't
kick.
I
We never got off that stage.
I
man.
was
An
Kobe.
enemy could kick us
that got
once,
really
and we would
upset.
die. Roland, the enemy would have to kick 80 times, and he's still looking for scrolls.
And then this nigga came back to me something. Well, if y'all was good, no, motherfucker.
We can't. First of all, his turtle had more speed than everybody else.
So after he boosted his speed up, we couldn't run to the scrolls.
That's his fault. I mean, things happen. All I know is I was doing it for all of us.
All I know is that
No,
you
I was
ain't
doing
shit,
it for
nigga.
all of us. All of us. Like I said, when I eat, we all eat. And I had some scrolls I didn't like. I gave it to y'all.
No,
he
no,
gave us
no.
the shitty ones.
Yeah, the shitty ones, the ones that I know that I was gonna utilize, but no Chavez could.
No,
you
nigga,
know?
this wasn't one for all. This was all for one, nigga, and that's
All right.
exactly what the fuck he was. He was a villain, nigga.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It was terrible. It was terrible. But anyway, that's my stand-in because Roland was an asshole, and he just thought that he could just take
I was
whatever
no
he
asshole.
wanted.
You ain't
act like-
shit.
We were Oliver Twist, and we was asking for some
You want
crumbs.
some more?
more porridge,
Can I have
please.
some more?
More? You want some more? Get your scroll out of here.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
Nah, but I give that game I give it like a 5 out of 10. It would have been better if Roland didn't ruin that experience.
Nigga, it was a 10 out of 10 for me. I had fun. I had a whole bunch of fun.
That game was a 0 to me
Yeah, it was
because I
terrible.
really had to deal with the problem. I was the only motherfucker that had combos. Fuck y'all.
Alright, but I think we'll end that. We all had 2.
Yeah, we all know about 2. You
I'm
know
about
what,
to,
too?
I'm
It
about
was
to
nice.
go to fuck
So-
ham on my list. I'm dropping my shit.
All right. Go ahead, Chavez.
All right,
Say your
I'm
underrated
gonna drop
list.
some shit. All right, so
All right,
we
drop
got
it. Drop it.
we got
Drop it low, girl.
we got Abe's Odd World.
Okay. That's classic. Them kids don't know about that.
Fucking classic. It's a fucking
Mhm.
classic, and it's an underrated ass game. It was underrated when it came out.
Ooh.
Like we got that. whatchamacallit. Well, you already said God Wars.
Whatchamacallit.
You already said God Wars.
I don't know that game.
No, but I definitely want to say Abe's Odd World. The fighting game with all the girls. Arcane Heart 3.
Ooh.
Arcane Love Heart 3.
I got one that I don't know.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna say it real quick. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum.
All right. That's we ain't gonna get on that. We just know. Just know. Mr. Karate.
That game is fire.
Screw Mr. About Robert.
Another definite underrated game. Like, I wouldn't say of all time. No, I wouldn't say of all time, but definitely in our friend group. Well, I think we all played this game, but all in separate times. Gauntlet 64.
I've never played Gauntlet 64.
I didn't play 64.
I didn't have 64. Remember?
Well, I mean, you could play it on PlayStation.
I didn't play Gauntlet.
Gauntlet was such an underrated game.
I was just have to sit that in with Diablo and Call of Duty.
No, you can play Gauntlet on PlayStation or Gauntlet 64. And yeah, I think that's it. Like, I don't want to name like too many.
All right. Well, I got my last one with a follow-up story, and then that's it. So,
all right, go ahead.
Trey knows about this one because he was there when I was whooping his cousin's ass in the game.
Oh, I know.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Ken the Eagle.
School Rumble.
Not School
No,
Rumble.
Rival
Schools. That's it,
Schools.
School Rumble.
Yeah,
talking about the anime, nigga?
Talking about the anime. No.
Rival Schools.
Rival Schools.
Yes.
Oh my god, and Cannon Spike.
Yes.
My nigga.
Yes.
My nigga. Yo, listen, that was the best Christmas gift I ever got. Like, this nigga had went out of his way to import it from Japan for me, man. Yo, that motherfucking game is the shit. Oh, it's Towerfall.
Oh, Towerfall.
It's Towerfall.
Yep. All right, Roland, get back to your...
All right, so on Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, if you don't know what that is, it's a Wii game.
It's a Wii game.
It's a Wii game. So just think of like, Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's called Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. So it's a couple characters from other fighting games mixed in with obviously Capcom. Duh. So on there, you got these people. My combo was it Joe the Condor and June the Swan. I remember that combo. Pay attention to the story is gonna play a factor. So me and Trey will always have fun. We'll fight each other and stuff like that. But then we had his cousin. His cousin would come downstairs. He was playing a fighting game too, which is cool. Hey man, more the merrier. But his cousin was known for some cheesy ass fighting tactics. I mean, let's put it like this: if you just had a great match and it split 2-2, and the next fucking hit wins, this nigga will leg sweep you 10 times over. And be like, hey man, that was a good game, wasn't it? Nigga, you better, finish me off with respect. With respect, man. But he was known for some, not say it wasn't like cheating, but it was cheap. Like stuff you're like, bro, like this is anticlimactic type of like gameplay. Mm-hmm. So he picked this super overpowered, two overpowered people. Mm-hmm. It was, the dude from, with the samurai fucking jaw. Onimusha. And, what the fuck was it? What was his name? Something the Eagle or some shit like that. Ken the Eagle?
Ken the Eagle was your character.
Who
we picked? I can't think.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that John up real quick because this shit, he picked some drawling ass people, and needless to say, this nigga, his people will hit you 3 times and your full health, all your health was gone. It was gone. That's it. Three. Obviously, I could be exaggerating a bit, but he had powerful characters that would hit you, and half your health is gone, instantly. So we would play back and forth, and I knew I couldn't beat this dude straight up because guess what? No matter how many times I pull off a 20-30 hit combo, this nigga just hit me 4 times, and he did 4 times as much damage as me. Yep. So what I went about was I did a tactic that I wasn't proud of, but it got the result. So I would hit him with a 3-hit combo, and then I'll switch out. And I'll do the same thing with my other character. 3-hit combo, and I will switch out. And I just kept doing this the entire match. He's sitting there, come on, bro!
Oh, I know what he used. He used Tekken Man.
No, it wasn't Tekken Man.
He didn't use Tekken Man?
It was some Eagle nigga.
Was he?
Yeah.
Because it was the only Eagle people was June the Swan, Ken the Eagle, and then Joe the Condor.
Oh, well, I had Ken the Eagle. He had Joe the Condor.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So it needs to say I will switch in and out after 3 or 4 hits. Switch in and out, back and forth. I get him to a low health. He's like, come on, man, what the fuck? This is so cheap. You better turn. So what happened was, And obviously, I was being disrespectful at this time now because I know I got in his head. I got him frustrated now. Now he's like, oh shit, you can't think now. I'm like, yeah, bet, nigga. So I hit him with that fucking, the ultimate. I beat him. He gets up, gets fucking pissed off and was like, Roland, fight me again. I want a rematch. I looked calmly into his eyes and said, no. I got my win. I'm gonna leave. He was like, no, you gonna run this shit back or you gonna get out of my house. And so I looked at Trey. I looked at him. I looked back at the game. I looked back at Trey. I smiled. And I looked at Ryan and I said, I'm gonna leave. I got up and left his house. This nigga kicked me out of his house because he couldn't get that 1v1 again. It was the best feeling in my life, though. I ain't gonna front. That might have been the best troll. The second best troll. No, that was the second best troll. The best troll, and this is going on a tangent, the best troll was Chavez's house. When you told me how to do the life suck joint with Cell.
Man.
Yep.
Fuck this nigga, yo. Yo, we was playing.
Yes.
All right, unload it. Let me tell you this motherfucking story. Motherfucking Dragon Ball. Look, Dragon Ball. What was it? Raging Blast.
Raging Blast
2. It was Raging Blast 2.
Yep.
And I was excited, and Trey didn't want to play the motherfucking game. That's what it was. It wasn't even about. Look, I want to explain the selfishness of the situation. Okay, there were 10 people in my house. Okay. Trey was the only one who did not want to play Raging Blast 2 because he's like, the game's cheap, man. I'm telling you. I'm letting you know right now. If you play the game, it's super cheap.
Why it sound like that?
Like, he was talking like Trump back then, and we realized like
Raging Blast 2 fake news.
Like, and I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, let's look. We're all having fun with it. Just have fun with it. I mean, whoop everybody ass. I mean, you're already good at it. Like, if you gonna win. We had like a whole tournament. This nigga whispers in Roland's ear. He goes, yo, pick Cell and keep using like the health grab or the absorption grab.
Yep.
And the thing is that his absorption grab is a cutscene, but it's just a regular grab.
Yep.
And the problem with this is, okay, I'm not using super strong characters. I'm using fucking Pycon. Because I like Pycon. He was kicking ass. I knew how to play with him. I knew all his combos and shit.
He did. Mm-hmm. He did.
I get to the semifinals of the fucking tournament. Mm-hmm. And all Roland did was grab me for 3 health bars.
It was one of those priority cutscenes.
Yep.
I got so mad.
I did it the whole match. And when I mean the whole match, I did not use any other tactic
only used
but that
move.
grab.
I put a dent in my door. And I left the house. I didn't come back for 10 minutes. And all Trey kept saying was, I told you the game was cheap. No, bitch. You taught him how to do the goddamn shit. So you ain't shit. Because nobody else was doing that shit. Fuck you. I just want you, I still want you to know that I still don't like you for that shit.
That was my best troll day. That was my best troll day.
Nigga, yep. I almost fought people that
I told
night.
you the game was broken.
No, you broke it.
He did break it. I shouldn't have listened to Trey. I should have been a better man, but I really wanted to win. And I knew I wasn't good at the game. I wasn't good at the game, so I needed to win.
This episode should be called Rolling Ain't Shit. Because I want you to know we have 3 stories of you not doing 8 shit.
No, I got 2 ain't shit movies.
You had.
Oh no! Wait, my story. Okay, can you really? Okay, all right. 3 ain't shit moments for me.
But I'm gonna say this much.
Rolling in GameStop ain't shit.
I'm not gonna explain these games, but I do have 2 more games that actually came to mind, and I wanted to say it out loud.
Go ahead. Out loud.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes.
Fire.
Yeah, that was
fucking
a great game.
fire ass underrated game, man.
What's your next one?
And my other one, oh damn! I think I forgot it because I got so excited about.
It.
Oh no, I did not. Super Dragon Ball.
Yes, Super Dragon Ball Z. Yep.
Super Dragon Ball Z. It was
amazing.
it was a fighting game made by Capcom with all DBZ characters before we got Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yep.
It played just like motherfucking Street Fighter. Shit was fuego.
Another plug is Tenchu Z for 360.
Oh, we used to play that together.
Yep, that was an amazing
and
game.
Roland wasn't shit because he left us doing one of the missions, baby.
Yo. Just because y'all niggas got discovered as an assassin. Okay, now we're going to go on a different topic at this part, but I'm going to defend myself this time. In the League of Assassins,
oh my God.
If your partner is gone and you know that nigga's going to die, that you are not, the mission comes first. The mission comes first. That is the rule. You cannot blame me for following the rule.
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead. No, you can't say something. So the mission comes first.
Oh my God.
You see, I ain't shit. See,
know, he ain't
Naruto
shit.
taught us not to leave our friends behind.
Oh my
Roland is leading these new generation kids. I'm telling you, they learn from him.
It was the worst. He treated us like we were a 3-man cell.
That nigga hung out on
and
the roof.
He'd be
while
like,
niggas
follow
was
me.
Shooting at me.
He'd be like, follow me, and we would go. He'd be like, go that way. We would go. He would stay there. He wasn't shit. And he would watch us. He would watch people chase us, and he wouldn't help. Like, he wouldn't help.
I don't remember that.
So, Roland wasn't shit. And you know what else ain't shit? And this is leading to the next topic.
What ain't shit besides me?
Gamestop and their membership program.
Yes. Oh, fuck yeah.
And I'm actually let Chavez start off on this one because he's closer to the situation right now.
Yeah, he told us about it. So go ahead.
All right. So for news topics, just let you guys know. So basically with GameStop right now, well, as of August 1st, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about the GameStop Elite membership. And for those who have been members in the past, you know that there was a regular pro membership. It started with, you had your basic, and you get your pro, and with all that, you basically can get Game Informed with the pro membership. So the Elite,
discounts, stuff like that.
Discounts, normal stuff, things they've had for quite a while now.
Yep.
These guys, they decided that they were going to have another tier, which would allow you better discounts on games, which in a way, it was actually pretty cool. I don't actually buy physical copies.
Well, I mean, because I know they also did that because they wanted to compete with like Amazon's 2-day shipping and Walmart's 2-day shipping. So that was the main thing they wanted to orchestrate on there. And so they were like, well, we need people to want to pay not only just for 2-day shipping. Let's give them more of a discount now.
Yeah. So basically, this was like the best thing that GameStop has done in 5 to 8 years.
Yeah, the most consumer friendly.
Yeah, the most consumer friendly thing they've done in about 5 to 8 years, I would say. So what ended up happening was these niggas don't have no money. So what they ended up having to do, they had to take away the membership entirely. Like, you cannot sign up for the Elite membership.
Yeah,
anymore.
the Elite membership is like gone entirely now because they realized that they're not going to outperform Amazon's 2-day shipping, and
even Amazon took away that. They're 2-day. They kept the 2-day shipping, but Amazon took away discounts on some of the games. Like before, they were giving games that collector's edition and stuff, like where you were getting them for $63.59. Because the standard price was like $79.99 for certain things. You can't do that anymore, which I'm glad I got the things I wanted already.
Yeah, smart man.
But they with the regular copies you can get $47. I think you can get it for like $47.99 versus $63.59.
Yeah, I think ultimately they want to retract this new membership also because they make all their money from used games.
Yep.
And if people are like buying and getting this game at a discount,
like a morbid discount.
Yeah, they're taking a hit. They're taking a hit for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have to see if people paying for the membership outweighs people actually getting the discounted games. Yep. And I'm guessing it wasn't in their favor, so they discontinued it, and now they just have the pro.
Yep. Now they just have the pro membership, which is crazy because this is probably the best thing. But let's talk about the politics behind that shit. Mm-hmm. They didn't do that shit because they basically didn't get rid of the Elite membership. I don't think just so much because of money. Also, I think that it was because they're trying to sell the company. They know that GameStop is tanking. They know that the company's going under.
Yeah, they had like that CEO who just got the one CEO who passed away, unfortunately, and then another CEO came out the blue and took it, and it was like, I'm out, peace.
Yeah,
I can't do this. I can't say this.
Yeah, so it's like with that whole thing, like they're trying to sell the company, so they need to make things look good. They need to make it. They need to make numbers look good. They need to make it to where like their stock doesn't look so bad.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh well, hey, stock investors, or hey, investors, hey, can you take a look at us? We don't lose money anymore.
Yeah, it makes their numbers look good.
It makes them look good, and the reality is that GameStop is still trash. Somebody's going to probably buy the company.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do is because let's be honest here, guys. Let's be real honest here. Like, who needs to buy a physical copy anymore? I mean, we have a situation. We have somebody right now. We have Roland who's had a situation.
I'm the guest star here.
Literally had an entire situation happen, and it's based off of the whole. I'm gonna let him tell a story. It's like it's based
physical
off of the
versus
whole physical versus digital, and I'm gonna let Roland go and tell you. So go ahead and tell him what happened.
All right. So earlier today, well, a little backstory. I wanted to get my copy of Madden NFL 19. I got the limited edition.
He's a nigga.
I am a nigga. I am. So I was like, all right, let me get this Madden NFL 19. I always get physical copies of Madden because I know about the trading value afterwards. Because by the time, it's every year a new game comes out, the other game starts depleting. So you try to like move on from the old game to the new one. So I was like, all right, well, I always get physical. That's one of the only few games that I get. Unfortunately, previously I lived in a particular area where they always had midnight releases for Madden. Madden is one of those big time releases games, AAA titles that everyone always goes.
Classic store. We all work there.
Yeah, we all have our experience there in a way.
Yep.
But so what happened was I go, I pay this off. Girlfriend paid off the rest. Actually, thank you. Love you. God for the plug in there.
The girlfriend plug.
The
girlfriend
You're
plug.
the best.
That nigga just put all his saliva in your ear just now.
Love you.
He also
Love you. He was like, oh!
He also kind of sort of made us seem bad because we ain't even plug our girls.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
I'll
plug
take
mine's
that.
right now. Listen, look, my girl just went half with me on the PS4 Spider-Man Pro, okay? I'm getting it.
Wait, she going half with it?
Yes, nigga. That is a birthday gift. September 7th. Hey, all the best games come out in
Shut the
September.
fuck up about that.
Shut up.
But
I
no.
don't get shit, but go ahead.
But no, so no,
You
you got the
got a
R&R
blender.
words we talking about.
She gave you R&R words and she gave you a blender.
Damn, that's
I
a
love
double
you,
win.
baby.
I love you, baby. But no, so what happened was, I go over this, I paid off, I get paid off, I go, I'm like, hey, I was telling him, oh, do you guys have usually a midnight release here? He tells me back, well, we really don't do midnight releases anymore. We have it where we give you the game post, GameStop hours.
Trash.
On the day
They
before.
competing.
So basically, you don't gotta wait till midnight. You can kind of get it at like 9 o'clock.
They're trying to compete with the
They still
PSN
trash
and
because
the Xbox.
the reality is that you get that game at 9 o'clock and then your account gets shut down because these niggas gave it to you at 9.
No, I think they probably work something out.
Yeah, no, it's an agreement thing.
Yeah.
They
They had to work
have
something
an
out.
agreement. He told me about that. Like they get
Yeah, they
the
had to work
confirmation
something
with
out.
EA, make sure they're cool with it.
Mhm.
GameStop's cool with it. They shake hands, they
They
beat
can
their
do it.
dicks, and then wiping on each other's face a bit. They say Simba, and they call it a day.
So they technically do a Dutch rudder.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, where you stand. in
Oh,
line
okay,
and
yeah, I
all
want to
that.
hear the. No, I'm good. Thank
And
you.
then- and then your
Thank
friend.
you.
All
And then
right,
your friend.
we good.
And then
We
you
don't
high
need
five
that.
each other. You make the ass clap.
Yeah.
Right? But no, so what happened was he was like, "Yeah, man, we don't have midnight releases. We have it where we give it to you at like 9 the day before, whatever it is, and then you go home, you pre-download it, blah blah blah, such so on." I was like, "All right, bet. That's what I'm talking about." So I go home. Obviously, I'm chilling. Today comes, which is we got August 6th. Limited edition, which I reserved, comes out August 7th, and they got the standard edition that comes out August 10th. So I'm like, all right, today's the 6th. It's a AAA title. It's Madden. It is fucking Madden. This is getting a midnight release or that 9 p.m. thing he was talking about. I call him up around like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because I don't know. I know how emails get sent out. Kind of get sent out around like 10ish, 11 or something like that. They can kind of review. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me call him. Hit him on the phone. Hey, man. Question. Did you get confirmation about you doing a midnight release, or if you're getting it released early or something like that? And he's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. And I was like, oh.
Wait, did he really just call you bro?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, man. Yeah, bro. No, sorry, man. We not doing that.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, oh, okay, so I have to wait till tomorrow to get my game? And he's like, yeah, just looks like it. Okay, cool. So I hang up the phone, and I had like about 5 minutes of reflect with myself what I was going to do.
Yeah, the anime
Oh,
moment.
okay.
So I was like, hey man, I'm looking on YouTube. I'm talking to myself. I had like a table huddle with myself in my head where I'm talking like I got you ever seen the
This nigga crazy.
what the fuck was that? What was
Oh,
that?
hey, rolling with the hat.
What was that
He
Pixar
talked
movie?
to the 7
Inside Out.
personality.
If you ever seen that, I think it was a Pixar movie,
Yeah,
Inside Out, where it's like
yeah,
the mad, the sad.
Yep.
That was all my niggas together having a huddle, and they were like,
Oh.
And they were
all
like-
angry.
obviously the mad me was like, you gotta be motherfucking shit me, nigga. Put the balls on him. I'm like, nigga, that's his job though, man. You can't do that to him. It's his job. But I need to play this game
This
right
nigga
now.
got
though.
7 personalities.
And so yeah, I might
This
have,
nigga
I
is
might,
split.
I might have a mental illness sometimes. I have no idea. Maybe I should probably get
No,
checked out.
Kanye said that's a superpower.
Oh, no, that's
No.
bipolar, nigga. That's bipolar.
Oh.
Superpower.
All right. So anyway, so I was like, yo, I'm looking on YouTube. These niggas have been having this game like 2 weeks in advance before it came out. Then the people who got EA Access had 10 hours before to get it going on. I really am fucking with this Madden Ultimate Team shit. I want to take it more seriously. So I'm like, no, I'm not waiting another day. So I was sitting there trying to be like, do I want to be that customer that's gonna go in there and do all, cancel reserve and do all this shit? And I realized it's my motherfucking money I worked hard for. I'm gonna do that damn thing. So I put on my motherfucking shoes and get my ass over to GameStop. I'm like, let me grab a $50 PSN card, a $20 gift card, and a $10 one. All right, bet. Put it all together. Hey man, listen. I want to cancel my reservation on Madden 19 here. I want the money to be on these cards, and I'm gonna buy this shit digitally. Immediately, all of a sudden, a new option appeared. The option is...
You met the requirements for the new option.
I met the prerequisites. It was complain and almost try to cancel a reserve. And all of a sudden, we can offer you a digital version of it, and you can pre-download it and get it by 12:01 when the servers come up. So I was like, all right, bet, let me do that. So obviously I'm just happy about that. Cool. Let me just get it together. I got the code, got home, put the code in, download it. I'm happy as shit. Great day. I wanted the physical copy, but I got the digital. It's cool. But then I thought about it. And I asked him in the store if there was a midnight release. And he should have seen and pegged the severity of how bad I wanted that game. And he was like, no, there's no midnight release, but we'll let you know. Then I call him on the phone. And he says, no, bro, we're not doing midnight release. Sorry. And when I go into the store and complain and be like, I complain, but I go in the store saying, hey, I want to cancel this reserve and then go do my thing, or it is with this, all of a sudden this new option appeared. He's a store manager, by the way. It's not like, a GA, like, one of them new niggas. It's somebody he runs the store. So why is it that the person who runs the store didn't provide me that information that could have, saved me a whole bunch of fucking headache? Like, he waited until I basically was going to walk out the store with my money in my hand, like, no, I ain't with that. I'm out. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, this new option appeared of, hey, we can give you a pre-downloaded copy, even though I know you called me and talked to me several times about how you really want to get this game as a midnight release. All of a sudden, the digital version is here. Here you go. Needless to say, I could tell he wasn't really a happy camper after that, because I kind of strongholded him in that situation. I wasn't like a dick or anything like that.
Reserve away from him.
I wasn't a dick about him or anything like that, but
it's called you care about your money. Like, that's the thing, man. Like, GameStop, that's the biggest problem. Like, they used to, like, that was our problem when we were there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, we're all ex-employees at GameStop. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that the entire time we were at GameStop...
Trey being the highest of ladders.
Gotta give him a shout out. He was there for 6 years.
He was the real one out of all of us.
6 years.
And even though we enjoyed playing the game, see, my biggest thing I like doing was playing games and telling my customers about them. Like, I had a lot of customers that were, they're one track minded. Like, when it came to the games, like they like one thing. That's all they wanted to do. And I was able to open
Call
up.
of Duty.
Call of Duty's the only game that's good.
You got Medal of Honor?
Medal of Honor.
You got Medal of Honor. Like, where's the
GTA IV?
Oh my!
I'm like, no, we don't.
You
got that FIFA?
Oh shit! FIFA 27. FIFA 28. No, nigga. It's 2008. It's FIFA 2009. FIFA 210. Nigga, no.
We all have so many goddamn stories, man. I swear to God, dude. GameStop nightmares.
I'll never forget the dude who came in and wanted to buy Tekken. That was my nigga. He was like, I had a dude that came in to GameStop. He was like, so like what games y'all got? Like, I mean, I know y'all GameStop and y'all got like a bunch of games, but like,
this is actual.
Like I want to play a fighting game. I'm like, I mean, we got tons of fighting games. Like, what you want me to, like, I can run down a whole list because I play them. And he was just like, you know what? No. You know, I just want Tekken. You know why? Because I just want to fight shit. I was like,
Tekken.
Tekken.
I was like, what? He said, I just want Tekken. I just want to fight shit. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna grab you Tekken. Tekken 6.
Tekken 2 G's. You get a marker, you just change the K to a G. We got the Tekken for you.
Yo, years later, I ran into that same dude, and he was like, oh, you the dude who sold me Tekken? I was like, yeah. He was like, He was like, yeah, I'm about to buy this Mortal Kombat X or whatever. I was like, all right. He was like, you should fight me sometime. I said, I'm good, bro.
He's still fighting. He's still fighting shit.
Because you ain't gonna come to my house and really try to fight shit. You ain't gonna beat me up. But no, like outside of that, but like it's just like we had good times, but a lot of the bad experiences was from the corporation itself.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and that's why that person did what they did to him. The corporation puts all this heat, they put all this pressure on you to like keep a reserve, do this, and get this sale. And the reality is, it's like, yo, you work like a salesman, don't get paid like one.
Yep.
And that's the problem.
Minimum wage.
Minimum wage.
No commission.
And there's
no commission.
And the thing that they say to you is, hey, look, you get to have a better discount than everybody else out there. And you're like, wow, that sounds pretty good.
You get to keep your job.
You get to keep your job. You know what I mean? And the reality is that it wouldn't have been a terrible job if it wasn't for those things. And I think that's truly what's crumbling the company. They tried too hard to be too many different things. They tried too hard to be too big. And my thing was, if you just stay,
they're going to start selling shirts. Here's the shirt wall.
No,
that happened to me. So me and JoJo, we went into, and JoJo's my girlfriend. We went into Hot Topic, and there's this lady standing right there, and she hands. So she's like, "Hey, you get this bag, and you can put it at 25% off."
Oh, was that a KOP?
Yeah.
Yep.
So she hands it to me, and I'm just like, "Oh, cool. So anything I put in this is 25% off." My girlfriend points out the price tag of the bag, and I'm like, "I'm buying the bag too? You didn't say anything about this." It's the same thing. So, and you know what? I felt bad because it was a Rick and Morty bag, and I love Rick and Morty, but I was just like, I'm not paying $10 for this bag.
Yeah.
By the time I buy like a shirt or two and I get the 25% off, I'm
gonna
paying
be
for the bag.
$60.
I'm like, I don't want this bag. It looks ugly anyway. Why do I want this? So I gave it back to her, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me?
Because Morty, you want the bag.
it was that exact moment that, you know, it reminded me of, and getting back to this, Gamestop.
Yeah.
Where you would kind of sort of tell customers, like, you'd be like, hey, you want this GPG? And what a GPG is, it's a gameplay guarantee. And it's a
that
warranty.
shit, bro.
Trey.
Don't be throwing out the secrets now. Hold on.
No, we spilling the tea today.
Everybody get the tea ready. Sip.
Don't nobody shop there no more.
It's the same thing. So, like, just like how the lady handed me the bag, I was telling people, like, hey, you want this GPG? We'll guarantee your game. That's it. People wouldn't ask questions. You would just tack it on. You would just be like, yeah, they don't even know what they're getting. They think it's free. And that's easy money for GameStop.
I'm gonna definitely say that, in my opinion, like, from what it sounded like, I mean, we all know this. We all know this. From all of our experience, you know what this should sound like? Like, remember when you, like, infected your computer with LimeWire? Right?
Everybody did.
GameStop is the new LimeWire for gaming. Like, you go in there and you decide you want to pay for anything and you get these memberships. You infected yourself. Like, you have infected yourself. You have ruined your own life. Like, bro, that GPG shit, all that other stuff, when they just try to make us sell that shit, I didn't do that. Remember, we had the district manager there. I was like, I'm not selling that shit.
Oh yeah. We would tell people straight up, like, they'd be like, oh, what's a GPG? Because, you know, we had to say something because of our managers or our district managers. They would see us, and we'd be like, GPG, and then I would be like, nah, you don't really need that. Like, this is a Blu-ray disc. It's not going to get scratched up like that.
Exactly.
And we would have to tell people that, but we would tell them on the low. Like, we would whisper it. Like, we would kind of signal, like, no, you don't need it.
We made
like,
a lot of friends.
Yeah, we did. A lot of people were like, yo, you guys are really cool. Like, thanks for telling me what's up. And I won't push pre-orders like that either.
Yeah, I mean, people just gone. Anybody they knew what type of people it came in. You got the kids with the grandmoms or some shit. You got the super just old head grandmas by themselves, grandpas by themselves. You got the mom, dad, or it is, and then you got the people that came in that actually knew what they wanted to get. Yeah. So you knew not to really target the people who knew what they were going to get
because they're going to leave.
They know what the fuck they want.
Yeah, and my thing is this: like, I used to hate trying to push a pre-order, right?
Yeah,
and I'm pushing a pre-order, and the reality is like, yo, I'm encouraging you to put $5-10 on this brand new game that's coming out, right? And the reality is that you would rather come in and buy a game for cheap because at the end of the day, why would you spend $5 on this reserve and you rather put food in your kid's belly, and you telling me I'm a bad guy? Not the customer.
Yeah.
But the GameStop, you're telling me I'm a bad guy because this guy, where we worked at, it wasn't even middle class. It was lower working class. Like where we were living at. It was lower working class for real.
Yeah. Working class is lower middle.
Yeah. Oh, lower middle. Yeah. So like, you had fucking I hated this shit. I'll never forget this. This is a story from that time. Like, there was this kid, his mom and his dad, or no, his grandma came in with him, and she bought him a Nintendo DS. She bought him like 2 games, and I was like, all right, man, and I didn't push anything. I just wanted them to have their games and stuff. And this is me interacting with my customer, us having a good time. And the next day, his mom, who's on drugs, brought his system in, and he comes in with her. And he was like, oh yeah, she needs help with like the bills and stuff, so we're gonna. And he sold it.
Mm-hmm.
Traded, you know what I'm saying? That shit hurt my heart because it's just like, yo, I'm pushing shit like this, and you telling me I can't stop people when I see the bullshit coming?
Yeah.
Like that's the fucked up part. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't allowed to stop certain
yeah,
things.
You
weren't
can't
allowed
like
to do
stop
certain
the
things.
sale.
And it was all because it was all money oriented. I'm like, yo, like, and basically GameStop is a pawn shop of video games. Now it's electronics, and that's why they lost my business over time. It wasn't just because I had bad experiences. I still shopped there afterwards. It just
let's say, oh my bad.
No,
I'm about to say, well, I have kind of a personal beef with GameStop. I only go when necessary.
Yeah.
Only really when I go there is basically now is for like accessories, like I need a controller or some shit. But even then, other than that, I really don't go to GameStop as often as I should or that I would used to, like I used to back in the day. I got a personal vendetta against them. Now, obviously, Trey had the longest experience with them, being with 6 years. Chavez, how many years you been with GameStop with?
I was there from 2011 until 2013, so just 2.
So about like 2 years. And I was with GameStop for about like a year and a half.
I quit and they was trying to promote me. That was the crazy part.
Well,
in the middle of my promotion.
I had a way. I was like, at the time it is when I was working up at Springfield Mall.
You was in a worse one.
No, I was but I was putting up numbers though.
Oh yeah,
like, I was putting in work. And
Mm-hmm.
like the one person over there they wanted to promote, it was between me and this other dude over it is, and the one dude basically left. He went to the military already. So then there's this dude, the dude Tom, who was there. It was me and Tom going toe to toe for this promotion. Tom was there longer than me because he's been there with the company for like 4 years. But I was up there putting up numbers with him. Like it was like, even though he knew more shit, I was just as good.
Shout out to Tom.
Shout out to Tom.
Shout out to Tom.
Tom was cool bull.
I think he went into the military too.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Recently.
I don't really follow.
Or he's back, I think now. But yeah.
But at the time frame it is, I was me and him. It was like they needed an SGA. I was like, bet I'm gonna try to work hard for it. Yeah, senior game advisor. Thanks for the.
Well, he did it before.
No, saying thank you.
Right.
So what happened was I'm gonna cut a little bit ahead. I wanted to go to college again because fuck DCCC and not against people at DCCC,
Community
but DCCC is fucking D cubed. It's fucking DC cubed is terrible. So I dip out when I go to Shippensburg. And the time frame, like I said, people are dope. People make the experience of a college, not really college.
Yo, for real.
But so what happened was I dip out, so I get the transfer done. So I'm transferred down to this other GameStop down in Shippensburg. So I come across this, like, I ain't gonna say he was a racist white dude, but this white dude, I'm a black dude in this farm like area, open land. Like they don't really, I mean, black people live there, but not like, we are really the minority where I was at. So I would go in. I was like, hey man, listen, can you get this transfer done? So they talk with the phone. They go word for word. It goes like this. I struggled with hours because they apparently didn't have no hours to give, obviously like certain companies do. But my numbers showed that I was good enough to compete with people who were already at that store. Unfortunately, I was not his guy. And so they worked ways to get me to quit GameStop. And one of the ways was I got no hours. I only came in on like Black Friday. I had like 1 day out of 3 months to go to work.
They treated you like a seasonal employee.
They treated me like a seasonal employee. And everybody there I was kind of cool with. And what happened was I worked with this one dude over this, and he was like just fucking talking mad shit on me. Like he came way later after me. He was a handpicked guy by the manager bull, got transferred down from New York, moves down to Shippensburg, works there. He's now he was like I think he was a assistant manager.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, so he's sitting there and he's like talking shit on me. He's like one dude wanted to get a reserve, but I know the other dude, so he's like, oh yeah, look wrong, ha ha ha. So he's in there talking shit so he can get a reserve. And then when the guy leaves, he's like, hey man, I'm sorry I talked shit on you over this. I just really wanted that reserve so we can get the sale. Are we cool, bro? And I looked that nigga in his eye and I said, no, we not cool. But it's good though. I understand. Because while you're still here working as an assistant manager, I'm going to be making at least $20 an hour by the time I get out of college. This is your career, my nigga. My career didn't start yet. So so I felt some type of way about that.
Is that when you quit?
No, that wasn't when I quit.
Oh, you should have.
No. No, this is where I quit because I got a call a few months later, and I was like, "Hey man, listen." He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, man, listen, we might need you to work a shift or it is." I was like, "All right, cool, finally." I was like, "Yeah, so what about the other schedules and shit?" He was like, "Well, and I shit you not, my nigga. This is the words that came out of his mouth when I said, hey, what about other shifts? You know, people call out or anything like that, or, you know, just trying to pick up because, you know, broke college student, I need my money."
Yep.
So he tells me, "Hey, man, no, we don't got no shift for you right now. All we got is just one." And I was like, well, you know, I come into work, I'm putting up these reserve numbers, I'm putting up these pro membership numbers, I'm pushing out this shit. I'm like, if I'm looking at the quota, I'm right there with everybody else. Why am I not getting any shifts? He told me, my nigga, and obviously he's not in my face, but I can see him looking in my eyes saying this shit. He said, just because you put up good numbers doesn't mean you get more hours. Out. That's when I quit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, bet,
That is
cool.
a lie.
That's a
That
lie.
was-
Yo,
yep.
If you had numbers, look, basically the way that you got to keep your motherfucking hours, especially at our store,
Yeah.
was if you
In our district.
In our district, if you were a fucking powerhouse.
Shit, in our region.
Yo, I'll never forget. I had the DM. I had the district manager personally hit me up. They came. Did they come out of the store? They was like, "Look, I don't know what you've been doing, but you keep this up, you can go somewhere in this company." I was like, "All right." I think I had like a 60%.
Oh yeah,
or
we were
60
going toe to toe.
We was going to.
Yeah, our
we
stuff
was
was high.
Well, we was working the same motherfucking shift. We was
Yeah.
friends. So like, and we sitting here like, I'm not going. If I know somebody coming in, I'm like, well, my man's can get it though. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
don't gotta
teamwork.
blow him
Yeah,
out of here. I'll never
exactly.
forget. I got a 200%. I got in trouble. I had went to the Springfield store and got a 200%. I got a 200% in reserves and 80% in PERS. They had my
Where's
manager.
the power up card?
Yo, my manager called me and was like, "Don't you ever do that shit again." He was like, "Don't you ever do that shit again. You're about to make them look good." I was at the Springfield store when I did that.
Yep, yeah.
The manager there, I ain't gonna say his name. That shit was funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey man, look, if you really want to join us, I mean, I think it would be really cool. I mean, you're pretty cool." I'm like, "You're pretty cool." And I was like, "No." Going back to where I can walk to work.
Well, it was actually funny because like when I came back, or it is when I was like done school or whatnot, and I was in the area. I just started my other job, my main career now.
Yeah.
It was during like holiday season. I ran across familiar faces at Springfield, and I was like, he was like, "Oh, Roland, what's up, man? We miss you. How's life?" Da 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 da. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm getting off work. You know, I'm tired. Da da da. But you know, I wanted to say what's up. See one of my homies, or it is my girl Nicole and shit like that. I was like, hey, what's up? You know, because she was like, I went to Otakon with her and shit. We had a lot of fun. They were like, I was like, yeah, you know, I don't miss this GameStop life at all. Like, I was like, man, I was crazy. I seen them going through the hassle again. I was like, I don't miss this shit at all, dude.
Yep.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm at
too.
this job where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
They were like, hey, man, well, listen, if you want to come back for, you know, like a little bit of hours, I was like, nah, nigga, I'm good.
Nah,
No,
nigga.
thank you,
Trying
though.
to get me too.
I was
They
like,
tried to
no,
get me
thank
too.
you.
I'm
He
like,
was like,
nope.
Chavez, I mean, I'm letting you know now. You can always
Nope.
come back, get those discounts. I was like, I want you to know now. Only by digital.
Man, I'm so mad. They got my one buddy, and he's in the system now. And
Yeah,
you know,
he's
he
gonna
went
talk
up to
about-
be a assistant manager, and then like now he's a store manager, and like
cooked
he
him.
graduated college, and I'm just like, man,
You could do
there's
so much more.
Yes, you could do so much better. Like I even sat him down, like even before he took the store manager position. I said, look, man, you can do so much better. You just got to go out and apply. And
Yep.
you know, you can get whatever you put your
I can
mind
hear
to.
it now.
Don't stay here, because what's going to end up happening is, like, some years from now, the company's going to crumble, or that whatever direction it's going to go in, and they're just going to hand out severance packages, and it's not going to be that great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just you're a store manager at GameStop.
I'm
You know,
telling you now, man. I can already hear how that conversation went. Man, I don't think you should do this. I mean, it'll be great. It'll be great. I mean, I don't see it being a big deal. That's my boy. I
man.
miss him.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like,
played with Overwatch with him recently.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
but-
shout out to Tatty Daddy out there, man.
The one thing though that's kind of crazy is that when you would at GameStop, when you would pitch these things, and you know, you'd be like, hey man, like if you pre-order this, you get like a sticker, or you get like, or no, one thing I hated was the season passes. You know, with the season pass, like, hey, if you pre-order this fighting game, you can get this season pass.
And if you spend another $400, I'll give you the season pass with the game. Nigga, no.
I used to hate it. But speaking of like season passes and fighting games and things like that, there's been this new announcement, and I'm gonna let Chavez take this off again because this is his favorite thing.
Oh, all right. Look,
He loves it.
One of my favorite games of all time is a part of.
We actually just talked about it too.
We just talked about it.
What we talk about? I like to fight shit.
We just talked about it. It's one of my favorite fighting games of all time, and it is in that realm of buying.
What's the name of it?
What's it called?
Tekken.
Tekken.
Tekken with a G, not Tekken. Tekken.
I'm writing
That
this.
should be the name of the episode.
I'm writing this down
Tekken.
on the timestamps as Tekken.
Tekken.
What's hurting me right now, everybody, is that all right? So the general idea of a season pass for you to get characters isn't a bad idea. I think they kind of started that whole thing. Not Tekken, but fucking
Capcom.
Not Capcom. Actually, it wasn't even Capcom. It was not Bloody Roar.
Blaze Blue?
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct,
Another underrated title.
We passed that.
Bloody Roar.
We passed that topic.
I just want to say that out
passed
loud.
it.
We're already there.
Dead.
But yeah, man.
Oh,
so,
Bloody Roar, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I went
I
and
was
said.
Yeah, I feel you. So dead.
So the in Tekken they did the whole I'm sorry, Tekken.
There you go. Make sure you say it right.
Yeah, say it right.
In that game or whatever, they have like the season pass thing where with your season pass you get I think every like month or whatever they drop a new character.
Mm-hmm.
And it was dope, man. They dropped the trailer, man. They dropped some characters that everybody's been like, we was wondering why they weren't in 7. We was like, yo, we don't got Anna, like Anna's
She looked
the
like a
shit.
bird.
She do like a bird. But she always did. And then they dropped Lei. Lei, yo, everybody
Drunken
played
style.
as fucking Lei back in Tekken 2.
Lay in
And-
law.
Yo, and
Said Lay Law.
Lay in law.
Lay in
Like
law.
those are the people that
Yeah,
everyone played.
yeah, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
I
That's
know
who
you're talking about,
they-
yeah.
So
I ain't stupid.
then
I played the game too.
Yeah.
I ain't stupid.
then they had like a little special release at
Little
the end
teaser.
of a little teaser.
We talking about Akuma?
No,
No, not Akuma.
Akuma was acceptable because Akuma's been a part of the video game world.
Well, Akuma should have already had that Tekken game that had Tekken X Street Fighter instead of Street Fighter X Tekken.
Tekken.
I'm gonna say this much: the motherfucking character that they are releasing, and they are joining a really, really bad brand of things when they do this. They're joining Mortal Kombat when they do this. Okay, is motherfucking Negan
AMC Walking Dead, baby.
from The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead,
Let
baby.
the
Yo, I wish we had
fucking
music
series
drops.
die.
I would play the,
Let
the
the-
intro.
Yo, let motherfucking Walking Dead die, man. Yo, I'm so upset. Like, I'm expecting next, they're gonna be like, oh, in our next season pass, you could play as Coral without the eye or with the eye. Like, there is nothing, there's nothing exciting about playing Negan from, he doesn't match any of this shit.
It's
It's a cash grab.
it's shameless. It's shameless.
It's disrespectful. Like,
Yeah,
It's
they're
disrespectful.
dabbling in the realms that shouldn't be a thing.
that realm, yo, you know who started this? And it was cool when they first did it. All right, it was cool when they first did it. Mortal Kombat 9.
Okay.
When they had did this, they was like, "Yo,
Oh,
we're gonna
with,
give
that
you."
in
with like
Freddy
Alien
Krueger.
Predator and stuff like that.
Well, they just gave you Freddy,
Yeah.
Oh.
and
Freddy.
which was fire because I was like, "All right, bet you got one character. It makes sense because you're going to the Nether realm.
Yeah.
You're going under the world.
They,
You know what I'm
even
saying?
though they're not a video game character, they fit.
Yeah,
it
it
fit that
fits.
situation. And then they got to Mortal Kombat 10 and all the other games they started doing, like Injustice 2,
Yep.
where Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles showed up. No,
Yeah, that was just a little weird.
just grabbing shit.
Are they not? What you call it? Are they not DC?
No,
No.
they are a
Nah.
comic book character, but they just didn't match. It didn't make sense.
Mhm.
And then NetherRealms decided, and you gotta understand, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan from.
Scorpion for the first
He's
Injustice?
yelling at this through the bottom of his heart because I know what you're talking about.
This
I mean,
hurts.
I played
Like,
Mortal Kombat as
this
much as I can,
hurts.
especially with
Mortal
Kombat 2.
Kombat X is probably one of my most hated Mortal Kombats. Other than Mortal Kombat 4, nothing will
Are
be
you
as
sure about
bad.
that? Because what's the one with Sub-Zero having his own little fucking arc?
Yeah, that shit was high. Yo, shut up.
Yeah,
No, it was poorly made, but like I enjoyed it because I was 5.
we were young.
But yeah, so and the Jax game, next to the Jax game too. That Jax game was bad.
Oh my god.
His Special Forces game. But yes, so Mortal Kombat X is right next to that, and the problem is that they went this route. They grabbed characters that made no sense. Like, I didn't need Alien, I didn't need Predator, and I did not need Jason to be a part of Mortal Kombat X. I wanted characters from Mortal Kombat that I haven't got to see in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when Tekken did this, I'm like, oh, bro, come on, why are you doing this? Like,
What you talking about? You got Shinlock. That's all you need. That's it. They give you Shinlock. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. You're not getting that. I don't see you getting that in season 2. Like season 2, I'm expecting like, I'm expecting like, well, at least for Tekken, like I'm expecting somebody like, I don't know, like Tiger or
Alex,
Mokujin.
Yeah, bring back some of the
older or some of the older people.
What was it called?
Dr.
Brockovich.
Or what about Meat? Oh, you talking about Mortal Kombat or you talking about Tekken?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Nah,
Well,
Tekken.
what about Meat from Tekken? I mean, from Mortal Kombat. Meat. Remember? He had the club on his arm. He was a beast stick. Bring him back. But no, go ahead.
Was that Deadly Alliance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Deadly Alliance, even though it wasn't that good. But shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Deception.
Of course, that was the better one, but whatever.
But no, like, and that's what like stresses me out, like, because there's so many characters from the Tekken universe that you could put in the game. You could have put Gon. You could have put
like if you want to grab something from someone else's universe, don't take it from like a live action type of universe.
Yeah,
even though it's a comic book,
a live action.
But it was like Tekken. It doesn't make
zombie
sense.
Show on AMC.
Like what? Like what is Negan going to do when he sees Yoshimitsu?
He's gonna hit him with a bat.
Yoshimitsu gonna chop his ass up.
But he ain't gonna handle his bat work though.
I feel like this isn't one of those things that you can kind of sort of bounce back from people who actually embrace the characters. So one example is when Smash Brothers released, it was like, hey, we got Wii Fit Trainer. Everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing? But we ended up embracing her as a character because we're just like, she fits. You're just like, yeah, well, you fit. It's weird, but you fit.
Like when I see a real face next to Kazuya, I know Kazuya ain't real. That's why I'm okay with it.
But
okay?
Negan?
But Negan?
Negan's not real, but the actor.
He's not real. He's a comic book character.
Listen,
but they're basing it off of
the when Daryl comes into this game, with his arrows.
No, when Coral.
That's what they call
this in the game.
Coral.
with his magnum and his missing eye.
And his zombie bite. Spoiler.
Ha! They're ruining it.
I have no idea, nigga. I looked on
them adding in the guy from Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, the bull.
Yeah,
fuck is his name?
What's his name?
Noxus.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Which-
like, all right,
which-
I can understand that.
I
I'm
like
like,
that
all right,
slide. Yeah.
that's understandable. I understand he's in the video game realm.
Everybody
you want
wants
to
some
grab
Final Fantasy
exactly. You're like,
characters.
okay, that's
Where's
cool.
my Naruto crossover? Why ain't he in the game? Rasengan.
But the minute that you go outside of it, you're like, you know what's pretty hot? AMC is The Walking Dead. First of all, it's a series that it's actually tapering down. Like the viewer count is going down.
How much money did they pay?
Well, AMC.
Namco Bandai.
AMC is trying to.
It's a shameless plug.
No, AMC is trying to get a lot of money back because you gotta understand, like
They
AMC theaters haven't been dope until after The Walking Dead.
But I said, well, they can just focus on their overkill Walking Dead game. Make that be your money fucking grab. Why don't dabble a fucking character from a TV show? And I don't give a fuck if it's a comic now, you fucking nerds. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking character on a TV show popping up on a fighting franchise that's been back since, what, 99?
Yeah, they messed up.
Are you fucking serious? Is that a thing? Like, have we really dabbled in a world where we gotta start cross-blending everything?
See,
I hate it.
I agreed, and I like the fact that because they dabbled in this before. They dabbled in this with Tekken Tag, with Snoop Dogg. Or was it Tekken? Yeah, it was Tekken Tag.
Too.
Yeah, with the Snoop Dogg stage, and he had a rap and stuff, and he's in the
That was
background.
fun because he
That's
was
cool.
in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's in the background. I don't gotta interact with him. You know,
right, left, right, punch you up and tag. That's
Tekken.
my shit.
Tekken.
That's my shit.
But I was fine with that. I'm like, all right, this is a stage. If you would have gave him a Walking Dead stage, I would be like, that's dope. But to announce a character from the AMC's Walking Dead, I think it's a shameless cash.
Who the fuck in Japan said, yo, man, I got an idea. Everybody back the fuck up. Now listen, we would now use Negan. Negan. You're like, you know how to pronounce that shit right. Negan.
No, no.
Negan. No, nigga, Negan.
Negan and Tekken.
Let me tell you how I really said it. What is about? Negan. Get it out. Tekken.
And somebody sitting over there in a motherfucking in their fucking crib, sitting there like, that's a good ass pick. Yo, arigato.
They probably thought, they were like, all right, we got Final Fantasy character in here, so we happy. So what do Americans like?
We don't like Negan. He's a nigga. We don't like that nigga.
We like Japanese shit. Like, we like a lot of different things, but we don't want that. Like,
people who are playing Tekken like Japanese.
It must be Namco Bandai branch in America that came up with that idea. I can't think of headquarters. I can't think of like a headquarter. Namco Bandai over in Japan who knows that they come up with this goddamn character that not everybody's gonna buy it. So
let me tell you, this is the first thing that Namco Bandai has done in a minute that I am not approving of. And you heard, I had this conversation. I had this conversation with you. I had this conversation with Trey. I think that Namco Bandai is one of the most low-key, motherfucking underrated juggernauts right now. And the reason I'm saying that is because go check out their video game list. They
except they're fighting games like Naruto and.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
My Hero Academia.
We might not want some of those games.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
But there are 5,000.
Seven Deadly Sins.
There are a couple thousand people
Sins.
that are playing that, and they're still dropping the game. Now think about that.
They still dropping the game because they still like the same repetitive gameplay that's been in. What the fuck? Jumpstar.
Yeah.
Like all the games that have to use the same system, but just all you doing is changing
Naruto
templates.
system. I'm tired of it. I know.
Yo, but hey.
Listen,
these niggas drop some heat though. Look, Digimon Survive coming out.
If I come into anybody's house, right, and I was like, "Yo, man, listen, I will beat your ass in Tekken, nigga. You gonna beat my ass in Tekken? Wrap it up, then. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna fucking go, and I swear to God, if I see Negan on your fucking screen, I swear to God, yo, I'm throwing your controller through your TV. Like I am 100% serious. I don't even really play Tekken like that. That's not really my favorite fighting franchise. Dead or Alive is my favorite franchise.
But see, they could have added a Dead or Alive character. They had Street Fighter. They got Akuma.
They could have did Virtual Fighter.
They could have did anybody.
They did a couple Virtual Fighters.
They did before.
But needless
Akira
to say,
was in one of them.
the frustration.
He was in one of them. I
Yeah.
think. Jackie and Akira was in one of them.
Yeah, they were definitely in one of the Tekken games.
Or was it Dead or Alive? They was in one of those games.
No, it
it
was
was Dead or Alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Dead or Alive. Yeah, you're right. It was Dead or Alive.
But hey, hell, grab a Soul Calibur fucking player.
Grab somebody
there's
else,
somebody
exactly.
that you could
From
use.
Namco Bandai.
They could have did that.
Yeah,
Or even
so
if
many
you go outside of it, making sure that it makes sense.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little upset in their first season pass that they had put Geese from Fatal Fury. From Fatal Fury, because like I never cared for that character, but I mean,
I know
at the end of the day,
Fighter, so.
at the end of the day, they were excited because that was somebody they probably always wanted, somebody they always looked in. You know what I'm saying? So that's their business. That's fine. Yeah. I didn't play that nigga.
Don't put Negan in the game.
But Negan, come on, nigga.
That's a shameless cash grab that they're not getting. I
mean, as a cash grab, they ain't gonna give them no cash.
Yeah,
all the Walking Dead people. Oh my God!
Look. I mean, but let's be real. If you really dedicating yourself to Walking Dead, do you really play video games? You one of those?
Some people do.
I mean, no. I'm not saying that they don't play video games. I'm saying if you play Walking Dead, do you really play fighting games?
If you watch Walking Dead,
you probably
really like Negan.
Yeah, like, or on top of it, it's like, I'm pretty sure you don't play motherfucking Dead or Alive, or you don't probably play like Persona fighting games, or you don't play. You basically, when you watch Walking Dead, you don't really play. In my mind, I'm thinking like you don't really play video games. Watch Walking Dead. You kind of play like, let me play Game of Thrones. Let me play, Walking Dead games, or it is. It's like related to the story. Let me I don't really see. I'm not saying you can't be a gamer and be a fan of The Walking Dead, but I just don't see the correlation between Walking Dead character and Tekken.
So right now, they're saying Yakuza fans are unhappy that the main character of that got snubbed for Tekken.
Yo!
That would make more sense.
Nigga, he's
a boss.
Yakuza is not an underrated game, by the way. I can't classify as that. That shit's been around for years. It's up to 6. This shit is fire.
No. It's underrated. It's underrated in America. It's fire out there.
But
it's GTA.
But like, it's a beat 'em up. It's a fucking 3D
but that would make
world
sense.
beat 'em up. This nigga goes around and gives hands to everybody that wants to give him hands. It is the ideal nigga game. Even if you don't like Japanese games, this game is for black people. Black people
Underrated.
and hood niggas need to play Yakuza because all you do is walk in the street.
Get power ups,
and have somebody roll up on you like, "Hey, bro, you want to fucking fight?" And you're like, "Yeah, nigga."
Yep.
And you can use wrestling moves.
And then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You beat me up. Here's my money. Bye." Like that's all they do. But yeah, like Yakuza character would have been a perfect fit into a Tekken world. But y'all niggas said, no. We want Negan.
We want somebody who uses a bat and whistles poorly.
I mean, we could fit Akuma in there. What's the difference between Akuma and Negan? No!
Akuma made sense.
You know what's crazy? I'm looking at this article real quick, and someone basically just tweeted at him and said, hey, Negan from The Walking Dead, like Adam. He's like, oh, that's a nice idea. He's a historic villain, but he'd be weak as a fighter, in my opinion. And that's what he said, to kind of throw him off. And then he added him. Why would you do that? Don't listen to people on Twitter.
If you want to be a Negan character,
fan service at his fucking best.
I say, if you want to be a Negan character, how about you go to the customization screen, go to Brian Fury, change his hairstyle a bit, bam, there you got Negan. You're welcome. You're welcome, Dad.
Shit. For real. And that's the thing, man. Like, I Bandai Namco, if you can hear me, okay, you probably will eventually. All right. Do not ruin my Soul Calibur. You start adding motherfuckers like Negan into Soul Calibur, we will kill off Soul Calibur again. Okay?
Again.
We killed it off in 2012 with Soul Calibur 5. Fuck up again.
Wait, who did they add? They added.
They had a bunch of new. They had
Ezio
and a bunch. No, they had Ezio and a bunch of fucking characters that nobody knew who the fuck they were.
That's true. Because they tried to.
They tried to jump the future. Yeah. Nobody give a fuck about them kids. All right, we will kill off that series again. Keep fucking with us.
Oh wait, no. Who they're adding the dude from The Witcher? That's who
Geralt
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But that nigga nice though. That nigga nice.
That makes sense.
But where's he from? The video game universe. That makes sense.
Actually, no, he's from a book.
I mean, yeah, but he became a video game. That's
became a video
the thing
game
is,
from a book.
The Witcher was a comic book, but the thing is, it made sense when it became a video
I thought it was actually a book.
Oh, I thought
I think it was an actual book. Like, no pictures, all words.
But that's fire then. So it became part of the video game universe. People was like, oh shit, I fuck with this character.
Yeah.
And it became a thing. You know what? Games have been doing this for a while, but I respect it when it's a cross video game type of thing. Like, for instance, prime example, Soul Calibur.
For when they did it with the
Soul Calibur
2 with Link.
2
with Heihachi, Link, and Spawn.
Heihachi and Spawn.
Yep.
That was okay.
Yeah.
When Dead or Alive 4 decided they want to put Master Chief in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was fire. You know what I mean?
That nigga was cheap though. I hated him.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? They did this. They did this way back in the day. If you take it to Clay Fighter 64, they put Earthworm Jim in it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, crossovers was a thing, but I feel like we're now at a point where
it just wasn't done.
Just
crossover.
Social media is messing it up because people are just throwing ideas out and they're just like, "Hey, do this."
Mortal Kombat and Tekken. As of now, Tekken has been added to this whole thing. Which hurts me because these are two of my favorite fighting games of all time. That Mortal Kombat started it with the let me grab movie characters and horror characters. When I play Mortal Kombat, I'm not like, oh man, horror, yes. When I play Mortal Kombat, I'm like, oh yes, I whooped your ass. Let me show you how you're not good by killing you in front of everybody that's watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about fucking Leatherface. Oh man, I'm gonna chop up your leg. Like, I can go watch that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think, you know what I'm also thinking? I'm thinking that they're doing these for, like, test runs to see if they can actually create a game for that, like, genre. Like, I feel like them testing horror games, they're like, oh, we could put out a horror game fighting, whatever.
Making a horror game video game is like making an anime game with a bunch of motherfucking characters in it, Jumpstar, for a bunch of weeboos.
But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it's like a test run because it doesn't make any sense like, they're like, oh, we got Freddy, we got Jason. Like, we did this. Like,
Mama had a chicken, Mama had a cow.
Mom was proud. You didn't get out.
But nah, like, I feel like they're testing the water. Like, this AMC thing is just stupid to me. But maybe they're just trying to see if they can do something like this in the future.
AMC is Walking Dead right now.
AMC's Tekken 7.
I will, I think that's
a good title, right?
I will respect Nintendo for Smash Brothers because they hear all this stuff about what people say, like, oh, put Goku in Smash, put this, put that.
No.
And you know what? They're sticking by their guns. They're like, no, it don't make no sense.
Thank
you.
Hey,
we're not going to do that.
I'm going to tell you right now, as gamers, like I said in the past, we are arrogant and we think we know best. And let me tell you something.
We don't.
Gamers are like kids who get their fucking way all the time, especially now because it's so easy to reach people.
Yeah.
If I hit you up on Twitter and I go, oh my God, put the red butt devil from Cow and Chicken in Smash Brothers, shoot me. Because there's no reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, put Wreck-It Ralph in Smash Brothers. No. Wreck-It Ralph can go into the Disney games.
I'm telling you, you need to put Mori in Street Fighter.
Let me read you the results. Oh! Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's basically what it's turned into. Like, I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of it in anime. I'm tired of it in video games. I'm tired of people commenting in areas they have no fucking knowledge about. You like to play the shit. You like to enjoy the shit. Fall back.
At the end of the day, I think that they should just take what makes sense. If it makes sense to you and it makes sense in your video game universe, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, like we're not saying, hey, don't listen to input from the fans, because sometimes the fans actually do know what the fuck they're talking about, or at least what they would think would be good. But not every input is good.
Because some people are just trolling. Mm-hmm. Some people, like the guy who was probably like Negan, he probably wasn't taking it serious. He was probably trolling. He was probably like, Negan from The Walking Dead. And the guy was like, oh shit. And had it like he probably talked it over with his team.
That's a waste of fucking money.
And he was probably like, you know what, guys? Some guy said that they want Negan. Everybody must want Negan in this game.
No.
Trash.
Yeah. And you know what? I hope this crumbles, and I hope it dies.
Hold on. I like Tekken.
No. I'm not talking about that. No, we're not talking about the franchise. We're talking about the idea. Like, we hope that the metrics and the numbers come back, and they're just like, oh, no one's downloading Negan.
If I was to say, I know this is kind of random, and it's still part of the same thing we're talking about. If I was to say I wanted something to be in a game, and I kind of just had like a little vision of it, it'd be kind of dope. If the Elric brothers were season guests in the Soul Calibur game, it would make sense.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
You don't think that would be dope?
Well, naturally, I'm always down for Fullmetal Alchemist.
I am too, but
they always used weapons. They always use weapons. I mean, if you keep it weapon based, I'm pretty sure they would be cool. I mean,
I love Fullmetal Alchemist, but I don't want to see them in Soul Calibur.
You don't want to see him in Soul Calibur? Soul Calibur is
the main thing is, like, they'll have to,
I'll see him in like a Jumpstart game.
I think Edward Elric has a chance of being in Soul Calibur because he actually do mutate weapons, but not Edward. I mean Al. Al, yes. Ed, no. I think because Ed only really does the blade one where he does other stuff. Whereas Al actually will like generate some shit. So I could see that more.
Or you could just create him if they just put like.
Or just make a fighting game for Fullmetal Alchemist. I mean, just do that. But do not. Oh my God! Do not make it a fucking arena.
Yeah.
Not
arena fight.
Everything I love.
Those arena fighters,
I am getting fucking.
I could see Al. I could see. You know what?
I'd rather see him in their own like you make an anime fighting game.
You know what? They're gonna be in a Naruto system.
That's what.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Naruto system.
The Naruto system. And always.
Let me run up to you. Oh, attack!
All right, people behind the Dragon Ball Z fighters, please work with Fullmetal Alchemist next. That's what I want now. But please make it where I can just do one-on-one fights. I'm not a 3v3 person. There's too much things going on in my head. I don't know how to combo shit. But it's 1v1. I have a better chance. How about you orchestrate it where single people can do single fights. So instead of always 3v3, give me the option where I don't gotta fight 3v3. I'll fight you with my one character.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I think people should just keep things consistent. And if you do like pull from like another franchise, make it make sense.
Yeah, Mega Man for Soul Calibur.
Mega bullshit.
I'm actually thinking about that.
Nah, fuck, would you do that? Wait a minute, I'm thinking about that.
How could you allow Mega Man to make it and fucking Al couldn't make it? I'll actually use I would replicate Astaroth. I'll call it.
Listen, because I'm thinking about Mega Man in the game doesn't mean I'm going to be like, oh, we need to be in the game. He don't make sense. I was like, does Mega Man have a sword? Zero does. But he doesn't look like that. He doesn't have the same look. He looks too cartoony to be in it.
Zero be running around hitting your fucking toes. Yeah. Get your ugly ass back to Marvel vs. Capcom.
That was like when they made the ugly ass box art Mega Man go in Street Fighter X Tekken.
He was all fat and shit.
I was like,
that was funny. I like that one. That was really fun.
Oh man.
All right, let's.
But
wrap this
that
up
was
real quick, man.
anyway, we're all in agreement that Negan in the new Tekken is trash.
Yo, like man,
Whoever-
Amanda,
whoever-
please.
Whoever decided,
Just say it's
whoever
just,
did, go ahead.
just say that it was a joke.
I
Like,
say
if y'all
whoever,
just come out and say that.
whoever decided that that this was the revolutionary step you needed to do, y'all niggas need to go and just hand him his pink slip now. He's gonna lead y'all down the bad road. Oh, also fire the nigga who keeps making motherfucking Naruto system fighting games. Tired of that shit, man.
The Marina
Yo,
fighters.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. One last person I want to recommend to be in one of these fighting games, one of the Naruto system fighting games, is the Daytona car from Daytona USA.
Oh my god.
Now introducing the
Ridge
Daytona-
Race.
Wait. So one last thing, Roland. You know how much you hate the Naruto system? You know
Yes.
what game they're making into a Naruto system next?
I do not know, but I can already tell this is gonna go on a tangent right now.
No, it's not. We're gonna end it on this. Kill a Kill. And that's the R&R podcast,
Yo.
episode 3.
Ruined.
I am sick of this, man. I'm sick of this.
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, next time I'm running the topics.